Gamers, it's finally over. 12 episodes later, over 500 hours in, we finally finished the first step of my plan that I've been talking about since episode 1. We hit 100 combat. With that, I'm finished with the biggest, most incredibly boring slog of the entire speedrun, where I don't use alts, scouts, boosting, or interact with another account in any way unless it's necessary to complete the content. Welcome back to the Maxcape Speedrun Moral Percent. Now, some of you are probably thinking 100 combat isn't that big of a deal, you're gonna get that at some point anyway. Why force yourself to do early game Slayer when you could just progress more and do it later? But it's not 2007 anymore. All those little updates that have come out over the years, the diary updates, combat changes, even engine updates. If you don't know why I'm so excited about this, well, just sit back and relax and I'll show you. It's time for a glow up. After fishing some fish and bonking some trolls, we finished Swan Song, scored a game-winning goal in Gnome Ball, of course, minigame tallied to Pest Control to complete a game of the Novice, Intermediate, and Veteran Pest Control boats, while also fletching, of course. We went off to kill 30 rare birds to claim a hat I didn't want from an ogre, and completed the Western Easy Diary. But of course we can't stop there, so we shot another 95 birds for more hats that I didn't want, got 72 cooking from the lowest level gnome cocktail, slaughtered an elf, built a painting, killed some more birds, you know how it is. And of course, you know I saved Zulrah for last, it's good content. Now, I've killed Zulrah a couple thousand times on other accounts, so I went in a little, overconfident, I think. You know, range switches and extra potions and runes I didn't need, but it turns out you can't make up for low DPS just by knowing how to not die. On the first attempt, after 5 full minutes, Zulrah was only at like 50% health, so I gave up on that one. After I banked and re-geared, I decided to try and get a better rotation by logging out after seeing what came up if it wasn't the one I wanted. I'm trying to find one with more range phases where I could actually do some good damage. I found a rotation that I thought was cool and got just wrecked, so, you know, we go again. Number 3, got frustrated not getting a good rotation, so I just chose the first one, and then died with it at 154 health. I guess that's progress. Number 4, yep. Number 5, not enough damage, teleported out. Number 6, I tanked up, mage only, using Blood Blitz. We hit the world record 6-minute, 31-second personal best, and got kind of a decent drop if I was ever gonna be here again, but alas. Whoa, I'm actually a PVMer, look, I have easy combat achievements done. Also, I lied, I'm sorry. I actually left the palm tree for the last task. You can't control me. But that's the Western Hard Diary completed. Private Chin Hunter area, extra teleports in the Elf Crystals, sure, but more importantly, we now have access to the Crystal Halberd, which just boosted my Slayer XP per hour considerably. As soon as I can afford it anyway, I'm poor as hell right now. IRL too, you should become a YouTube member if you want to keep Moral Queen out of the breadline. I've got a members-only Discord if you want to hang out and chat about vids or theorycraft about the game or talk about how Slayer sucks. Members-only live streams in the future too. Check it out, y'all. These folks already did, and I love and accept them with my whole heart. Gotta plug, you know how it is. With the biggest time waste diary finally out of the way, it was time to clean up a few of the quest lines and unlocks that I've been waiting for a while now. That's Dream Mentor done to unlock the rest of the lunar spells. A few concussions and a couple of boss fights later, that's making friends with my arm completed for another free Immortal Herb patch, as well as access to big stacks of incredibly easy to gather salts that I can turn into teleports to get to those herb patches. Then after selling off half my runes, because again I'm always poor, it's really hard y'all, there's so much stuff to pay for, I spent all of it on sending my butler back and forth to the sawmill using up all the teak and mahogany logs I also spent all my money on from Miscellanea. I did it all in a high-risk world because it's fun to watch people lose more in a single fight than I've ever seen before, while I also lose all of my money. Makes me feel a little bit better about it, you know? Now, of course, I could use way less planks and just do mahogany homes to 70 construction. I had way more planks than I needed for that, but I also had enough planks to make a ton of dining tables to get to 68 construction, and still had enough left over to only have to do 36 mahogany homes tasks to round off the level. Got one step closer to base 70s. We call that a time save in the business. With 83 quarming from some farms and 1775 total, I needed some time to recuperate from my time in Neve's Slayer Slave mines, and the next quests coming up aren't my favorite things in the world, so Moral Queen is headed back to the Dayalt mine in Darkmire to relax and kick back and bank some runecrafting XP. And that's all you'll hear from your hero Moral Queen this week. Oh, that's a hard sentence to say. I'll put my stats and bank on the screen for you to have a look at if you'd like to. Finally making some decent progress. I mean, it took a little while with the Slayer grind as it was. It's demotivating. It doesn't burn me out. I just don't want to play. You know what I mean? I want to do anything but Slayer. Anyway, I'm done with that. Next week we'll be pushing even further into some new methods that I haven't done before and I haven't talked about, so that's exciting. Subscribe if you want to stick around for that. And hey, I answer like almost every comment, so leave a comment if you've got a question. I'm here for it. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.